Everybody, it's Steph from the Hot Moving Podcast, and I'm sure y'all heard this by now. And it's a Carolina Panthers quarterback, Bryce Young. I mean, news came out that he got benched, right? I mean, to start the season out, he's been absolutely abysmal. I mean, is it entirely his fault? I mean, no, it is not. But so far, I mean, he has a QBR of almost 9. Okay, and I mean, look, the Carolina Panthers just don't see him developing the way he should. You can probably blame that on the staff, blame that on the owner. There's plenty of blame to go around for this happening, but overall, I don't think Bryce Young is that good of a quarterback. I was probably in the minority that I thought C.J. Stroud should have went number 1, only for the fact that in that college football playoffs against Georgia, I saw enough in that game where they could have went with C.J. Stroud and Ohio State. Almost beat them, right? I mean, I believe it came down to a last-second field goal from Georgia, and I was like, okay, C.J. Stroud in the playoffs that year looked like the best quarterback. But Bryce Young was already predetermined to be number 1, the consensus number 1. He's won a Heisman. So the Carolina Panthers went with conventional wisdom and going with that stats or that data and taking Bryce Young, who's small for a quarterback. He's 5'10", very thin, very frail. Last year, you saw no glimpses of promise. Even though the team is bad, it's like I watch his game and I'm like, okay, I know, the O-line is not that good. The team's defense isn't that good. I know he doesn't have a whole lot to work with, but I'm trying to see, okay, how is he reading defenses though? And like just watching his talent on the NFL level, even if his games and stats wise wasn't that good, I can be like, okay, you know what? I see something there. I can see like if he had just have a better O-line, a better receiver, a couple better receivers. So I can see if you put the weapons around him, I think this dude could flourish, right? And that hasn't been the case. And look, the new head coach for the Carolina Panthers, Dave Canales, new young head coach, and I mean he's trying to save his job. It sucks because he's coming in year 1 and they're already 0-2, getting demolished. They get crushed by the Saints. They lose by 23. By the LA Chargers, and he's like, man, I am not trying to be one of these coaches to get fired after year 1. So he's gonna put in veteran quarterback Andy Dalton in place and try to see if he can preserve this season. Do I think Andy Dalton's gonna do a whole lot better than Bryce Young? No, but he's a vet, knows how to play, probably make smart decisions. Will probably do a better job of managing the game. Andy Dalton has been to the playoffs, has led teams in the past, so for a young coach, he's gonna want to lean on his veteran backup who's had success in the NFL. So I don't blame him. Now, does this make Bryce Young a bust? And that's gonna be a big question, right? I mean, that's gonna be huge. And is it fair to consider him a bust this early in his career? Could he go somewhere else and reinvent himself? Absolutely. I mean, if he's made it to this level, it's very possible he can have a second or third act later in his career. That's a possibility. Maybe just Carolina just isn't the place for him. But the Carolina Panthers have invested massive capital in drafting him. Okay, remember the reason why the Chicago Bears were able to get Caleb Williams is because the Chicago Bears had traded that pick in 2023 to the Carolina Panthers, which I thought was foolish. Very foolish. The Carolina Panthers were desperate. Okay, you have that top pick. CJ Stroud is there. By all indications, CJ Stroud that did very well. His measurables, everything did very well in the combine. And they still went with Bryce Young. Look, the owner, David Tepper, he's mad with ticket sales. He's mad that the new team he bought is trash, right? Look, he's only making money from the check that the team cut every year, about what, 200 plus or $400 million, something like that, right? Man, this is a dumpster fire. And right now, you got to say right now he's trending towards bust, okay? His career is not done. Usually I reserve bust. I say bust in terms of like, you don't see promise right away in how much capital the Carolinas have spent. Is his career going to be a bust overall? Absolutely. I don't think so. I don't think so. You know what I'm saying? I am a glass half full, and I think he's young enough. He's talented. He was very talented in college, and the talent just didn't go away. It's just probably Carolina, again, is just not the place for him to be. He's going to have to go somewhere else, but how long is that going to take? They're going to hold his rights for a very long time unless the team decide to trade for him, but he has shown nothing where a team will want to trade for him. If anybody trades for him, he's being traded to be as a backup. You know, man, what a rough start for his career. I'm sure he did not envision this happening. But it's pro sports, man, and coaches got to make decisions. I'm sure the owner probably would have signed off on benching him, man. It's been bad for Bryce Young. Hasn't been playing very well. Again, it's not all on him, but I also hasn't seen glimpses of, I see the talent on the pro level. You know what I'm saying? So tough break for the young kid, man. Coach Dave Canales, he's in self-preservation mode out the gate. He has to try to win some games because he has to prove that he can coach be a head coach on this level as well too, man. So y'all let me know what y'all think about all this, man. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe. I'm out.